Hey everyone, Crash and Crash Customs, Lake Havasu, Arizona. Right here, 1968, Oldsmobile 442. Been doing body work, metal work, a chassis assembly. But right now, we got some of the interior kit pieces in, and I want to recover these seats, front and back, and see what else I need to do to get this finalized.
Turn the key, hear that rumble, Arizona steel, Crash Customs.
These interior pieces are the original interior pieces, and you can tell they're worn. They're dry rotted, crusty, and foam missing, right? We got new seat covers, front and back. And I like to, as soon as I get them, I like to put them on. I don't like them sitting folded up in a box, wrapped in plastic. They kind of end up taking a little bit of a set, and it's like a lot more work to unset them, if that makes sense, with the steamer or heat gun or whatever. Also, for the buckets, we got new foam, new plastics, and I'm not sure if the new chrome pieces came in or not. I gotta check inventory on that. But I want to bust these apart, see what the back sides are like, and if those need to be cleaned up, and start hog ringing these. Got the rear seat all broke down. Just used my two little hog ring removers, pinch them, break them, and then these rods here, they go in the perimeter of the seats, and that's what's used with the hog rings to tighten it down to the seat frames. These need to be cleaned up. I'm just going to wire wheel them and shoot some rust converter on there. What else? Oh, this paper here, could have been really cool. This is the work order for it, but all the pencil marks are barely there. That's like this one here, 5923, whatever. But I thought we had some cool paperwork, but it's so faded, it's pointless. Seat frames, same thing. You can see here, there's areas where it's rusty and crusty. I'll just wire wheel that and put rust converter on it. Kind of interesting. The seat base is foam, which we will reuse for the back seat, but the back of the seat is just layered cotton. We're going to replace that cotton with foam. Same thing here. There's some areas here that are rusty and crusty, so I'll clean those up before the new seat covers go on. This is the back seat bottom. I got all the foam off of it, the burlap, the insulation that was wedged underneath it, and you can clearly see there's some areas here that's crusty. So like I said, I'm going to take the wire wheel, hit what I can, clean everything up, put some rust converter on the rusty spots, and we can start putting this back together. The seat bottom frame is done, ready to go. I cleaned it up with this round wire wheel. This one's kind of worn already. It's nice. It skips around on top, and you can actually like hug these curves with it. And then I sprayed a rust converter on it. You can see here what was rusty is now black. It's converted, and the galvanized areas that are still good, brighten that up too. So this is ready to go. Let me show you the rust converter I use and how I apply it. It's pretty easy. This stuff right here, SEM 69504, and I just pour it right into my little mini touch-up gun from Harbor Freight and spray it on all those springs. I'm ready to put this to that. Actually, put that to this. The seat springs, I got this wire. I don't know what this is even called, but there's wires in here to help spread out the weight when you sit on the springs. That was there from the factory. That's back on. The jute around the perimeter is back on. New cotton here. They had cotton here and here from the factory. Got the new seat cover underneath. Just got to drop that on there, pull things around, slide these back in. Had to get a new one for one of these broke short, right? So this stuff here, this is just like I think it's from Tractor Supply rod that goes in these sides here. One done. Came out great. This kit is awesome. Everything fits super nice. The area here in the gray that holds the rods, it's like perfectly measured and sewn to the edge of the seat frame. Super nice. I did add a little bit of 1/2 inch foam along here. Just felt a little bit low. That's not the seat cover fault. I mean, it's the original foam cushion underneath, so nice and tight. Now though, this was the easy one. I got to do the seat back now. This is the one with no foam. It's just this cotton stuff that is all torched, worn out. So we're going to replace that 100%. I have foam, what they call foam toppers. I'll show you that. They basically lay on the top here and you cut them to fit. So I'll be converting that over. Backrest for the back seat, stripped and not pretty grungy. Take a wire wheel to it just like I did the other one and see where we end up. I mean, still springs, so what a mess everywhere. That cotton stuff is not fun. Got the back of the back seat all prepped like the base, but now she's all cleaned up. You see that? Bent. Man, must have been some heavy work going in on that back seat back in the day. I'll straighten that before I wrap everything. And then I got a sweet score from Harbor Freight right here. Went in for more of these, right? And the individuals cost more than a variety pack. These were on sale, so I snatched up all of them. Fresh burlap around the top and the sides. Reused this piece here. I'm going to put the seat cover on it because this, like I said, this, and you saw, this had cotton on it, and I'm going to replace it with foam toppers, they call it. It just comes in a big sheet, different thicknesses, but I want to know if I need one or two or whatever. This will also get foamed along the top and the sides. This will keep the foam from falling into the springs. And you know, I just hog ringed everything like they did at the factory. back seat is done. Once the backrest here is bolted in, it'll get rid of this bow and it'll pull these corners tight. It actually gets bolted in right down here on this bracket. So it's got a little flex to it. I'm totally happy with how it came out. If you saw when I did the foam, I rounded this a little bit with the foam because it was just too sharp of an edge for what they had back then. I am now ready to move some stuff around and do these bucket seats. I got the passenger seat, front seat up here, and it's complete. It's a complete seat, and only everything on it needs to be replaced. I enjoy laughing at those ads for vehicles for sale. Car is complete. Yeah, well, it's complete, but everything needs to be replaced on it. So I'll break this down and see what the seat frames are like. I'm thinking they're going to be crusty, just like the back seat. So obviously I'm going to have some cleanup there. Let's bust this down. These bucket seats are nuts. There's more hog rings just in this base than the whole back seat. Everything is layered and probably to make sure things don't squeak, right? There were smaller pieces wedged in here between the springs, and well, man, I still have the back rest to do, but whatever, keep plugging away. It's making a crusty mess on the table here. Obviously I'm gonna have to wheel this and do some rust converter on it like I did the back seat, but man, the amount of hog rings. I didn't know union guys could be so thorough. I should get a rise out of at least one of you. Seat frames, wire wheeled and rust converted, just like the back seat. They are pretty much ready to go, but cleaning up, I noticed this here. I don't know how the top of the seat gets dented, especially when there's padding up there, but I gotta hammer that out, make that straight again before I recover these pieces, but this one's ready to go. got this seat bent back to where it should be. Definitely way better than what it was, and you know, foam is going over this, so I'm pretty happy with that. You saw me pounding on it with my extensions. If you look, the tip of this is domed, you know, rounded, right? And so is the inside of this. It's contoured. So that worked really well. I didn't have to take all these springs out. I could just slide this in, maneuver it around, little tap, 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 and we are golden. Gonna start layering this all up like how it was from the factory, get it ready for the foam, run through a million hog rings. They were really thorough with the hog rings on these seats, so let's get after it. I got the I don't know, anti-spring rattle cushioner thingies in bottom and the back. There's some right up in there, and I'm going to spray these mounts and the handle just with some spray can action, and I'll probably do the hinge area too, so when you open up the seat it's fresh and black and clean looking. Let me show you the struggle here. This part here, do this with one hand. This here on both sides gets hog ringed to the seat frame. This piece here, this like twine rod, whatever, goes through the foam that I slit. I don't know how well this is going to record with one hand. Okay, so you go through the foam, and then you see the burlap, barely, and you got to feel around for the spring to actually hog ring it too. This side is done, tight and right, impossible to see. This is going to be really lousy footage. This here is the hog ring and the pliers. You can see that. Squeeze the pliers and it crushes like that and grabs both the seat spring and, in this case, this twine. There's other areas of the seat, like the bottom here, like this metal rod gets shoved in here, in this part right here. But this is all pretty much blind. You just feel around for the spring. You can should be able to maybe see in there those hog rings. It's a battle. It's a battle for sure. But all seats are variants of this, even the new ones. Well, some of the new ones are just Velcro, but it's gotta get it right. Seat back for the bucket seat. Done being hog ringed. I still got to redo these panels before they get screwed on, but she's nice and tight everywhere. This area here that got hog ringed, that was a little bit of work, a little bit of muscle for that, but came out great. And the back side here, all hog ringed to the factory locations like it should be. This area here, that was a little bit of work because everything gets like tucked up in there, both sides. And you can see my fresh black paint looks nice and clean. All that's left now for this combo is me to hog ring that beast. That was a lot of work to unhog ring it, so expect the same, right? Seat is all hog ringed, done with the hog rings, that is. The plastics now, that's another thing I gotta prep. These are beat, like, look at that. Oh, I just put a big groove in it. That's how dry rotted they are, but they do reproduce them. Only thing is, the reproduction ones only come in two colors, black and pearl white. I know they definitely don't come in green, so I opted for the pearl white ones because the base color will decide how bright the green is that we spray on it, and I want it bright, not a dull green. You can see here the vinyl. It's a pretty neat green for green. Like it feels like it's almost a pearl green the way the light hits it, and I want the paint on the plastics to have that same feel, and black base would just make it, you know, grass green with no flair, no pop, you know what I mean? Let's see what else. It's interesting how the factory does things. Like, this is correct, that those exposed hog rings are correct, but they won't stay exposed because these plastic pieces cover it up. Well, I grabbed the wrong one. This one. See, you can see how the factory did it originally, grungy looking, but it doesn't matter because these plastic pieces cover it all up. So I obviously still have that seat to do, but this video is getting long and I want to prep those plastics and get one completely done so you can see what the end result looks like. Also, we did buy new little knobs for the seat release sliders, the tracks, and new push knobs for I don't know, do I still have this one assembled? No, I took it out already, but there's a push knob here to recline it forward. Here's the other knob for the seat tracks. So everything is going to be fresh and new. Even these little bump stops that go in, oh, that one's hit already, and so is that one. Anyways, these bump stops go in here to cushion the seat when you throw it back. I'm gonna take these out of the packages and start prepping them for paint. What I do is I actually put them in the blast cabinet, put the air pressure down to like 40 psi, and that gives the plastics a nice bite to the paint and will not screw up this like textured pattern, if you can see that. I'll show you once I get things unwrapped and start blasting. Let me show you the contrast compare of blasted and not blasted. This one obviously blasted, this one not. It still has the pearl coating on it. This one, it's got plenty of bite, and I did both sides. I always do both sides. I always paint everything completely. Just stop putting it in the blast cabinet. I got the PSI set at 60 right down there, and I just keep moving it around. Don't hold it in one spot too long. You can see, hopefully you can see the texture pattern, the grain still there. These will paint up nice. I got 3 done, 3 more to do. I got the plastics all painted, ready to be reinstalled. Well, they're not 100% ready. I got to pop on the side trim and these little end caps back on, And this seat will be finished up. Let's see, this is what we used right here for the color match. Worked pretty good. The spray pattern is real small, real tight. And the trigger, woo, man, you gotta have fingers of steel to keep that down for 6 pieces. But whatever, I'm happy with how they came out. Got a nice pearl finish to it, just like the pearl on the vinyl. You know, install them and call this one done, and you can compare it to the unrestored one. I got all the chrome trim back on the plastics with the end caps. You can see I painted both sides, inside and out, make it look factory all the way around. There's the back piece, and there's the one bucket seat that I have completely finished compared to the one that's not. Huge difference. There's the old plastics, they're garbage. This one looks ready to go. Wish the car was ready to go. I'd install it. But new chrome knobs, push knob, lever, everything's fresh and clean. This kit for the bucket seats and the back seats, we even got some other interior panels in yesterday. Pretty awesome. Fusick Automotive, no disappointments there at all. Let me show you the back quarter pieces that we just got delivered. Those look factory original, ready to go. Look at that. This is obviously the quarter window area. If you're following along, you know what an Olds interior looks like. Oh, came out so nice. Well, we're waiting for the door panels. We just got the headliner today also, but just, I mean, perfect reproduction of the original interior. Well, this is where I'm going to leave that video. I still have the other bucket seat to do, but you don't need to watch me do that. I've already done one for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll keep giving you weekly content as always. Thanks.